Reboot your router. Repeat with me. Reboot your router. In my experience, if the FBI tells you to do something, it's probably a good idea, right? So I'm sure everyone has heard that there's been a massive attack from the Russians, right? I feel like the Paul Revere of cybersecurity. The Russians are coming. The Russians are coming. Wait a second. The Russians are already here. They have broken to over 500,000 routers. And my guess is we're going to probably see several million before this is done. And the problem is they have gained control of home routers. Now, I know a lot of people go, Eric, I don't have a router. If you're connected to the internet, yes, you do. Right? That little box that the cable provider or somebody else put in there, that's called a router, and there's a high probability that's been infected by the Russians. So you want to absolutely reboot the router. Now, there's one problem. If they got in once, they'll get in again. So if you just reboot your router and there was a vulnerability or exposure, they'll just keep getting back in. So yes, you could go in and reboot your router every single day. Now, that might sound a little crazy, but what if you treated it like your lights? When you leave in the morning to go to work, you turn off your lights. When you go to sleep at night, you turn off the lights. So what if you put your router in the same plug as the lights, and now when you went to work, you shut off the router. And when you went to sleep, you shut off the router. Now you would be not only controlling the damage, but you'd be resetting it. The two other things you want to do is make sure you change your password. Even though we all know don't use passwords of 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D, many of the routers still have those default passwords. And also you want to go in and remove or turn off administrative access. Your router should not be accessible from the internet, and it should not have an easy to guess password. So in summary, listen to the FBI, reboot your router, change your password, tone it for administrative access, and yes, you will be safe from the Russians.